noche. Bienvenidos a todos. Welcome. I'm going to give y'all a chance to get here and get comfortable. Hola, Felicia. Hola, Victoria. Hola, TC Lovable. Hola, Angelica. Hola, Nicole Ashley. Hola, Rita. Hola, Niz. I gotta pull my afro all the way out. Hola, Luanda. Hola, Niz. Hola, Jennifer. Hola, Margaret Thatcher. Gotta pull the antennas all the way out, y'all. Gotta have them on fleek. Gotta get all the messages. Ache. Ache. Hola, Darden. Ache. Cynthia Keller. Hola, hola, hola. Bienvenida. Carlin. Hola. Hola. I am so happy to see all of you guys here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Ache. 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 Ache to you all. Happy solar eclipse. It was really interesting because it's like I never have to set my alarm to get up. And today it wasn't any different, but it was like the energy of today was like, and it still is, like I'm still feeling it now. It's like this eerie energy. Hola, Lily. Hola, Brooklyn. It's like an eerie energy where it's like you're feeling that something is up, but you don't necessarily know what it is. Now, I will say that prior to going out this morning, I did think that I was going to experience some extra kind of darkness, but if you were not in the line of totality, which is like Wyoming, Idaho, those areas, then you weren't really going to see much difference. I did look up at the sun. I was not afraid of it. It was very comfortable for me to do it. There's a lot of people that, with the glasses and all of the frenzy, people wanting to sell glasses and stuff. So, but I just kept going back to the ancestors. Like, were the ancestors wearing sunglasses during the eclipse? Like, really? So, you have to kind of like, what works for you? You know what I mean? For me, it just worked out that I was like, I'm good. I trust it. I trust that if something wasn't right for me, it just wouldn't feel right. Just like at about 3 o'clock, looking straight up at the sun, I'm not there yet. I sun gaze, but I'm not at the point where I could look at the sun any time of the day. But when it's comfortable for me early in the morning, I love to look at the sun, and I've never had a problem with it. So it was a very, very interesting time. I got inspired to do a circle of and this was really interesting because I got inspired to do a grid. I was told that I needed to tell Solution to do a grid. This is what came. But I didn't even have to tell him because when I went out, he was already working on an orgone grid. So what we did is we created an orgone grid so that at the time of the eclipse, the energy that is in that grid, that we created, it's like we're in a bubble, in an energy bubble. And so you're being protected from the negative energy that's coming, because no one believed that this solar eclipse, and this is something that you could look it up and you can, find out the science of it, but it is bringing in a whole bunch of very new energy, and it's bringing in a lot of dark energy. It brought in a lot of dark energy, but a lot of protons and neutrons and a lot of, electromagnetic force coming in. And so by having orgone energy technology, you're able to manipulate the energy a little bit more. You're able to ground yourself, and you're able to protect yourself from this energy coming into your cells, and negative energy that's toxic coming into your body and into your mind and affecting you in those ways. Because see, these are the things that we want to really bring forth now, is the energetic field. The energetic field is everything. It is powerful. It is what we are. And a lot of people don't believe it because they can't see it. And there are some people that can see the energetic field, and there's going to be quite a few of you that are going to be able to see more colors now, and more auras and more vibration. You're going to be able to feel things quicker, because that's what's happening. That's what just happened with this solar eclipse. and what is happening. This energy is like, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, and I don't want to say the beginning. I want to say it is a continuation and an acceleration of the transformation that has already been happening. This shift has been happening officially since 2012 when they declared a doomsday. But in 2000, that's when it was like first introduced, and all of these, this internet came in, and all of this information started coming in. So that's when like it really started. Like, a lot of people are in such a hurry for this transformation to happen. When is change going to happen? When is this going to hurry up and happen? And I'm needing this and I'm needing that, and they're not even realizing that the change is right now. It's been happening. It's been here. We have been going through it, and we have been creating everything that's been going on through our own energy. But now we're just getting the information so that we're going to, we're going to be able to kind of, put it together a little easier. So I want to say thank you, first of all, to all of you guys that attended my Master Vibe 13 healing session last night. It was fantastic. We started getting prepared for this eclipse, so we knew about keeping our vibrations high. Today, I didn't have anything planned last night of what we were going to do, but what we ended up doing was just, sharing our plans with each other, my family, what our intentions are for, for ourselves in the future, things that we want to manifest, and giving Ache to the ancestors. We invited all of the ancestors, our loved ones that have been very close to us on earth. It's like, we had a little celebration with them, and the sun and the earth, and just, being in love. And so that's what we practiced today. And it was something that just, was kind of like spontaneous for us to do. And we did it, and everybody was in sync. Like, everybody bought the pieces out that they wanted to, reflect this energy on. We sang, we did our thing. We did a meditation together. And so that was the kind of day that I had. I cooked, we, went shopping, for some things that we needed. We're very aware of the change, but we also know that everything happens in its time. And see, a lot of people had some expectations. Hola Cole, hola Mubina, hola AC, hola Kira. People had expectation that, okay, the 21st hit, solar eclipse hit, it's going to be bombings, and people going to bomb us and all of this. Things are happening all over the world. Let me just say that. I will just say that. So people are experiencing different things in whatever dimension they are existing in. And some people are experiencing catastrophic times. Some people are panicking for whatever reason. But it is really important for us not to perceive, not to take in another person's perception of what transformation is. Transformation is a beautiful thing. It really, truly is, especially when it's for the benefit of humanity. And what's happening now is something that has never happened on this planet before. So it is a very delicate thing that does require our patience, and it does require our faith. It's like if you are one of those people that has existed in this matrix under the thumb of somebody else, under the rules of a corporation, under the laws that were made to destroy us, and you've been knowing in your gut that ain't right, that there has to be some relief in that the God that you believe in wouldn't allow for his people, for her people to suffer in this manner. And you have always been right. You have always been correct. But everything has its time, and right now, this is our time. This is our time to rise up from the ashes, so to speak. You know what I mean? But everybody has to do it in their own time. We are coming together as a people, but as a people in terms of a frequency. We are connected now with other people all over the world that are vibing on this same frequency right now. I don't know who they are. I don't have to know who they are, but I trust that they're there. I trust that I am not the only one on this planet that wants to help humanity get better. I know I'm not. Like, there is chills is coming right now because they all around me all the time. And so I know this, I live this, and I connect to it every single moment of the day. I know exactly what's happening now in the planet. I know that there's still, even in the spirit of love and people that are trying to, so-called help humanity, they end up still injecting fear in them. by saying, you got to do this and you got to do it like this because this is going to happen. If you don't do this, that's going to happen. And this prophet said this and that prophet said that. Oh my goodness. You are the master of your life. So if you believe someone to be a prophet and for their words to be the highest of the high, then you're going to go in the direction of that frequency, and you're always going to be subjected to that. You're always going to be kind of like on this string based on what this guru, prophet, idol, whatever this person, this energy is that is supposedly guiding you. If that is outside of you, that's not cutting it. And I'm not like, you have to be in direct connection with that. You have to be the master of yourself. You know what I mean? And so everything that's going to come to you is coming to you because of you and through you. So when you start giving your power to energies outside of yourself, it's like you're slowly killing yourself. You know what I mean? You're not living in your God form. You're a direct extension of Most High, of the all, of everything that exists. So when you live in that, you walk in that, and you are in your knowing of what is. You're not relying upon somebody else's illusion and somebody else's perception and what somebody believes. It's important that we release expectation. You got to release expectation, but you got to stay ready. And so what I want to ask to everyone out here, there's a lot of people in this group, there's a lot of people that are in my network that have invested and are doing, currency trading and currency investments and different things like that. Okay, so they're doing something that they got inspired to do. Somebody told them to do something, so they do it. It's definitely like a lottery, right? It's an investment. Okay, so here's my question. How are you preparing for your wealth? Right? Because if you're making an investment, whatever investment that you make, even if it's that you are playing the lottery, you taking that dollar and you buying a ticket for the lottery. Okay. So you're doing that, then that means you have faith. You think at least that you're going to win, right? So there's something in there that's giving you this inspiration that you're going to win. But here's the part that nobody ever pays attention to. If you do win, what you going to do? What are you going to do with your wealth? How are you going to keep your wealth? Because see, here's the thing. This world, you need currency in order for it to function. And people have had us to believe that the currency is in a dollar bill outside of ourselves. But the currency is us. We are the currency of the planet. And when you figure that out, then it doesn't matter if it's Iraqi dinars, Zimbabwe, gold, silver, whatever it is, you will attract. As an iNFiNiONaire, whatever it is, you will attract. When you recognize that you are the currency, and look, if the currency is some rose quartz and some shells and some peanut butter, then that's what you're going to attract, because you are that. You understand what I'm saying? So this is like a lot of people get tripped off on this, the money is the root of all evil. The way that you perceive money is the root of your evil. Do you understand what I'm saying? The things that you will do for it and the things that you will sacrifice for it determines the power that you have given to it. But now when you take that power and you turn that power where it really belongs and bring it back to yourself, you start being creative on how it is that you're going to manifest your success, on how it is that you're going to be able to attain and keep your wealth. There is a thing called the 1%. So those of you that have ever wanted any kind of wealth, that have ever researched and have ever watched any of the, people, how to be a millionaire, all of these things, I'm sure that you have discovered the lifestyles and some of these interesting videos and stuff that's available, information about this 1%. There's enough information so that if you tap into the right things, you will find out the truth of what direction it is that you have to take so that you can start building your wealth and building your legacy. You know what I mean? It is a task that is not for everyone, because there are some people that they have the energy of a servant. They want to have somebody else do their life for them, and they want to just be, yes, whatever you say, sir, I will do it. Here you go, as long as I get my paycheck on Friday. And that's okay. You know what I mean? But this world was not meant for that. This space was meant for our soul incarnations, this vessel, to be able to live in its fullest infinite potential. And that's why we have these superstars and we have these scientists and we have, because a group of people have taken the best of the best and they put them in this little group and created little machines out of them and put them in corporations and made controlled people and programmed people into supporting that corporation, and only let the chosen few get a piece of the pie. And trust and believe, it ain't even a piece of the pie, it's a piece of motherfucking poison pie, because in order for you to participate on that side, you have to sacrifice a whole hell of a lot. A whole hell of a lot. So now that the truth is coming out and people are recognizing, oh, I am an infinite being. I can create. There is no competition because there is only me. There is only one me. And the gifts that I bring are the gifts that I bring. And they are appreciated by the world. And I can exchange that with other people. When we recognize that, then you start living a different kind of lifestyle. And you start getting information that you need so that you can expand and evolve in your lifestyle. But it is not going to come before you're ready. So all of these people that are harassing other people about when is something going to happen and when is the dinar going to exchange and when is this going to happen and when is that, everybody has to go through their emotions of it. It's part of it. But I'm just saying, it's going to happen when it's time for it to happen. This is not based. There are so many people suffering in the world that it doesn't matter if, all of your family died and your mom is sick and somebody got cancer and this, and you need this money and you believe in God. So God is going to help you, but God is going to help you in this way. That's not the way that it works, baby. Because everything that you need comes to you as you need it, when you need it. And if you are not having faith in that thing that you are supposedly trusting, then these are the challenges that you have to face to see how you're going to do throughout these challenges. Are you going to have a tantrum because something is happening to you? Like when somebody passes and people say, it was just a baby. Why me? That child didn't deserve this. This didn't, we start casting all this judgment and we start doubting the universe. We start doubting the flow of nature. For every cause, there is an effect. So trust and believe that in this world, in this world full of infinite beings that are constantly reincarnating, this is not, everyone pays their price for every bit of energy that they put out there. That's why judgment is such a big deal. We're not supposed to be judging nobody because you don't know what anybody else is going through or what they came for. You don't know that. You don't know. And then it's like when you judge people based on an illusion that was given to you, like a lot of people are caught up on this Donald Trump and the politics and the racists and the black people and the that and this and the that. Like, first of all, none of them people really care about you personally. You know what I mean? And it's like all of the people that you honor and you idolize, like they're not really checking for you. They just want your energy. And the moment that you don't give them your energy, there's going to be somebody else out there that will. And there's people that are like losing their lives and fighting for people that they don't even know. Like people that would cross them in the street and won't even look at them. So it's like, it's really about getting your priorities together. Like what really matters, everybody plays their role. My daughter was just telling me that Donald Trump is a time traveler because she saw this video where back in the day, and they showed, I guess, some history. I didn't look it up, and Kayla is the one that told me about this, but they found some information where there was a book about the Baron, the adventures of the Baron, which was Donald Trump's son and Donald Trump, and so they're coming back. And I was telling her, I don't doubt that. You know what I mean? I believe that. Like these people, if you look at doppelgangers and you look at people that, look like these certain celebrities, all of these things are proof that you're being shown that, first of all, there is no time. We are in a multi-dimensional universe, and whatever you think about, you bring about. So everything that has been created in thought has been created in reality, in somebody's reality, right? So it's like, when you start tapping into all of those realities, that's when you're able to get a broader perspective of what really is and find what your truth is. Because it's not about like when we sit here, we're like, oh no, that can't happen. And then so now we're finding something to get to doubt what it is that somebody else has proven or whatever. When ultimately at the end of the day, it's about how you feel. It's about what you believe. It's about what you think it is. I tell people all the time, it's like whatever, hey, you feel that you are a Catholic and when you die, you're going to go with Jesus and be with the angels. Well, damn it all to hell. That's probably exactly what's going to happen. If you believe it with your mind and in your heart that is what's going to happen, that is what will be. Ache. Your word is power. Your energy is power. And what it is that you desire and what you choose is what Most High wants for you all the time. You know, like some people be talking about, oh, why is God punishing me? No, you punishing yourself. You punishing you by the thoughts that you're keeping, by the things that are living in your subconscious that you don't even really know yet, that are acting out in your life. And you're thinking, okay, well, here's the reason. It's because, God is punishing me. So I'm just going to go to church on Sunday. I'm going to give a big offering. And, me and God going to be cool like that. And everything's going to be A-okay. And then, you do what you got to do during the week. And then that energy pops up again for the other Sunday. So then at this point now you're relying on this energy, and you do get a lot of powerful energy in the church. I ain't gonna lie. There's a reason why it's been so powerful and so long lasting. But you get this energy and it fills you. It is a temporary fill because they are not giving you the food that you need so that you can go out there and survive in the world. They're keeping you enslaved in this box, in this church, in this space, and saying that the energy is only here. You got to get it here. I'm the only one that could give it to you. If you're not living right, you must not be given enough money. If you're not living right, you must be living in sin. If you're not living right, it's back to, sometimes they give you accountability is back to you, but they're not giving you the full information of what a human needs to be able to evolve in this plane. Because we've been lied to. We've been, bamboozled, all them other things. Hola, lay every day. Hola, Lisa. Lay every day. I see you kicking knowledge and giving your heart to the people. That is appreciated. Ache, ache, ache to you. Ache to Lisa. Ache to Dana, Dane, momentum, accountability. Yes, yes, yes. That's what it is. And we have to be accountable. What we're doing with Master Vibe 13. Master Vibe 13 is a system to help people cleanse and clear and balance their chakras 1 through 13. If you are able to balance your chakras, you have chakras inside your body and outside your body. When you are able to balance and align those chakra systems, there is nothing you cannot do. The things that keeps us tied down are these heavy weights that come with guilt, depression, all of these things that our people are suffering from. And people think that it's going to be healed with medication and weed and all of these different things. All of those different things are tools, but you are the main organic tool. You are the one that is equipped to do your healing. And that's not to say that you won't use outside tools. But let me tell you this, and I have to say this because I have to say this about weed. It's important, especially for our people. Cannabis. If you are indulging, if you are using cannabis as a tool for healing, grow it. Grow it. Love it as you grow it. Get it from sources that you trust. Do not trust these operations that are being put out here by others. You know what I mean? So know the information and use it accordingly and use it properly. This is not about judgment for anyone. Our ancestors used this plant for healing for forever. You know what I mean? So we're not going to sit here and give it a bad name. We already know what is done to things that are good from the planet. We already know what's done with that. So you have to be accountable for the role that you play, for the part that you play. If you choose to not do it at all, then don't do it at all. You know what I mean? But for those that do, and I know a lot of people that it has saved their lives, don't do this whole guilt tripping, and don't do that. Don't do that because it is not right. I think it's just so messed up when people are popping pills and 16-year-olds are taking Valium and Vicodin and stuff like it's just candy, and that's okay because the doctors prescribed it. So it's okay, And then what happens when all of this shift happens and everything is taken away, and there is no fiat, and there is no medical coverage, and all of these different things, and these things are happening, and they will happen, they will continue to happen, then you have to be equipped to be able to take the toxic energy out of your loved ones. People that are addicted to these medicines that they will not be able to afford, you better start planning your, you need to have, what is it called? Your exit plan. You need to start having that, because when it is not available to you, when what they give you, they take it away, you have to find a way to survive, and you got to do that by yourself. As you do it by yourself, you're going to be able to get, all the energy that you need, but you got to start by yourself. You got to start by yourself. So it is so important that you know that. Like, it's about balance. This is all about balance. And I did write down what I was going to say because I didn't want to say here for too long, but I just felt it very important for you guys to know that the solar eclipse energy, it is not over. It is the beginning, it is the acceleration, and it is going to continue. And death and rebirth, it is serious, it is real. But you don't have to experience it in a devastating way. You really don't. But you have to know that whatever comes your way, you're going to be able to get through it, because there is nothing. No hay mal que por bien no venga. That means there is no bad that doesn't come with good. You know what I mean? So everything that we call bad it's a challenge, and it's really a matter of us looking at it in a different way. So research the science of what's happening on the planet right now with this solar eclipse energy. There's going to be more of them coming. There's going to be another one coming, I think, in 2024. There's going to be another one coming in after that. There's going to be a lot of things that are being seen on the planet that were never seen before. And that is happening right now as we speak to a lot of people. But you have to know that, there are powers that are against this shift and are against this change, and they don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to be free. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people talk about freedom, but they have no idea what freedom is. Freedom is not a chain. Freedom is not. Freedom is truly and completely all in your mind. It is in your mind, and when you find it there, then you find it everywhere, and that is the total truth. And when you come to know that, then you know exactly how you got to walk your walk. All right. So I always say that I'm going to do this, and I never do it because then I start to talking and then I don't have no time. Ache Mike Lee, aka Solution. The 13 is death and rebirth, and it is very necessary for us to have it. Thank you so much for that. I will, if you guys have any questions or any comments, if you want to send any energy that you want to release, if you had a tough day today and you just need some, 13 healing, you need some ache. You need some, to sprinkle some of this love on you, just go ahead and put it out there and we'll call it out. If you have an ancestor that you're feeling their presence and you want to give them ache, let's use this energy that we have together right here, right now, and give ache to that energy, because your ancestors they are who are going to assist you through this transformation. They know, it's like once they get to the other side, it's like everything opens up, but they're still so connected to us. And when we have this poverty consciousness, and when we don't believe in ourselves and we don't love ourselves, then we are bringing the energy of our ancestors down to a low point where they're not able to transcend and do the things that they're needing to do on the other side for us. So it's kind of like we're weighing them down. We're bringing them down with sadness and with depression. So in order for us to raise them up, we raise ourselves up. And so as we raise ourselves up and we thank them for their assistance, then it's like giving them money. It's giving them a check. You're giving them life force. So every time that you remember them and every time that you do things for them and you acknowledge that this time now is because of them, then it's powerful. It's very powerful. And you will start experiencing things. Like, do tests for yourself. Do little things and ask for the universe to show you things, to give you signs and symbols so that you can know that you're on the right path, because they always will, and they always will respond. Ache, ache, ache. 13. Angelica says, my tío Junior y tía Rita, love them and know they're with me. Ache, ache, ache. 13. Ache to them. Dardan, ache. Candy feels ashe. And I will explain once again, because a lot of people, don't succumb to any separation. Everything derives from something. Nothing is original. I say ache because the CH is part of what my ancestors use in the Caribbean. My ancestors use the power of ache as a very strong sexual rooted force. When you say ch and when you say sh, is more from the sacral going up, is the flow, is a very sensual energy, the sh, but the ch is like a very powerful sound. So they use that sound to, to summon the force of, the universals, divine forces of nature, orishas, fairies, whatever it is that you want to call them, the divine forces of nature. They all have different names and people have labeled them different things, but it's all forces of energy, divine natural energy. And so this is how they call it. So, and then I use the 13 because 13 is a power number. It is the number of the divine feminine, and the number has been used against us so that we fear it. We fear that number because we've been programmed to fear it. They wanted to keep us away from the symbols, because if you recognize the symbols are universal. So when you see a symbol, then that symbol has more power than the word. It vibrates the energy of that symbol, whatever the symbol was when it was made. And so when it is seen and when it is acknowledged, it emits energy. And so when you know that language, you're able to discern, the symbols and everything that's out there, so that you're able to kind of, create your own path, move away from certain things. You know what certain things mean, and you know how to use certain symbols for energy. Candy says, "Ashe, sexy, love it." Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, that me feel some that that makes her feel some type of way. Yes, it does. That energy is power. It's very powerful. Oh, I gotta make sure and clear my. I don't know if y'all were getting a clear transmission. And I got my evil eye on today. My protection for negative energy, negative forces, orgone energy batteries, and orgone energy tools are what will assist us from this nanotechnology that's being used to calcify our minds and our brains and toxify our bodies. Okay, so let's give Ache. Loving this from the Ank Sea Stars ancestors. Thank you so much, Negu Terrence. Sending you love back. Angelica and my big brother. Ache to your big brother. Ache Chrissy. Hola. Ache, Jennifer says, the same hummingbird came to see me twice in 2 days. A lizard was on my front door, and we had a dragonfly hovering our front door 3 days last week. Those have to be symbols from our ancestors. Yes, they absolutely are. If you look down at my timeline, you will see when the ancestors visited me. You will see when when I got the dragonfly, the bee, the lizard. Lizard's been coming to me forever. That is a symbol of wealth. So you definitely want to look up what these symbols are, because then you start, when you acknowledge them and you say Ache and thank you to the ancestors for giving you, the clarity of these symbols, they start giving you more. You start to get more information. So yes, these are absolutely all symbols for you. And something for you doesn't mean it's the same thing for me. That's very important, you guys. It's so important, because everybody has a fingerprint. Everybody has a unique sound of voice. Everybody is an individual. Your perception is just as unique as everyone else's. You know what I mean? So it is important that you honor your perception and you respect the perception of others, but don't expect them to have the same perception as you. You have to find out what things mean to you, because your experience is unique to you in the lifetimes that you've had. So always trying to find somebody that's like you and somebody that can relate to you. There is always somebody that could relate to you on some level or another, but it's like, to find somebody that could relate to you on all levels all the time, that's intense. That's a twin. Hola Minerva, hola PJ. I love your fromari, gracias. And I keep it high. I gotta keep it high, because this is my antennas. I gotta make it as big as I can. Look, if somebody would have told me, even 5 years ago, that I'd have been wearing my hair like this and proud and happy and free, I would have been like, get the hell out of here. I ain't gonna be wearing my hair like that. I need to curl it up and put, I'm not gonna put no relaxer and stuff on it, but I'm gonna put, I'll straighten it and put some curlers in it, because I can't even do the kinkiness was driving me crazy. And it was like, why was the kinkiness driving me crazy? I thought that because I knew what the program was, I wasn't tripping. This whole natural hair thing, and these people tripping. First of all, wear your hair any way you want to wear it. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this for me, Look, I put my hair in a ponytail, I take it down, I get this, I'm loving it, and it's good. It's easy peasy. To have my hair in big curls and all that, it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. So I really had to learn how to accept me as I am and appreciate that. Because it's really not about somebody else telling you, "Ooh, your hair looks so cute and it looks so good." It's about how you feel. So it don't matter how many people, feel that it's hot. If I'm not feeling it, it is not going to happen. And so it took a while for me to get to the point where I could appreciate that. And I didn't think that it was a big deal because I was so connected to what the psychology of that is. But it is a huge deal. Our hair is our crown. And for a woman, for a goddess, is a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful thing. It's a sexual object. You know what I mean? It really truly is. It has a lot of sexual energy, your hair, and that's why in some cultures they cover it up, and they're really only the man and the husband is supposed to see it. Different things like that. So all of these things are derived from some truth, something that created or called for there to be some kind of organization and discipline. Like your sexual energy in the woman, it's like women don't realize how powerful, oh my God, how powerful your sexual energy is. And for you to do any gesture that is sexual is like sending power to any direction, and it could offend, it could excite, it could make somebody happy, all of these different things with our sexual energy. So all of these things are just so important for us to know about ourselves, and that is what we are dedicating our lives to at mastervibe13.com. That was slick. I put it in there, right? Mastervibe13.com. That's what we're building. That's where you're going to be able to find me and the masters that I'm working with through these processes. There was one other thing that I wanted to say, and let me make sure that I didn't miss anybody else. I'm glad I had your pendant on today. I'm so glad that you had it on today as well, Chris. Hola, Willie. Hola, Majestic. Oh, wait. Okay, here I am. Hola, Errol. Hola, Neil. I appreciate you guys all being here. It is gorgeous. Gracias. Angelica says, "Hi, same here with my shaved head in locks." Yes, it was that's a huge step, right? I mean, that whole hair thing, but it really all goes back down to how we feel about ourselves, and there are certain triggers. It was like because one of the things in my call, okay, so being Puerto Rican, I have six brothers and sisters. Everybody looks kind of different but kind of the same. Everybody's hair texture is different. We all got the same parents except for one. We all have the same parents, but we all look different. And I was a pasua. This is called pasua. Nappy hair. Nappy is like pasua. And so and I actually like the way that it sounds. Maybe I will start calling myself a pasua. But but it was not considered a good thing. And so you grow up with that, and subconsciously it's like as light as I am, for my grandmother, oh, I was a darkie. And so I experienced all of the energy of the deeply melanated people, because in all cultures it was bad to be melanated. And even if you're in the same family, the light-skinned one is going to get treated different than the darker-skinned one, and vice versa, for whatever reason. Sometimes it goes the other way around. Sometimes the light-skinned one is the one that gets abused, because of that. So all of these things have affected us in some way or another. And in my culture, it was like, I came to California, and people look at it as something different. But in my culture, it was like my look wasn't the most popular look in the family. You know what I mean? So it was that, and that's the way we rolled. My hair, I did not have the good hair. I got the nappy hair. I got the kinky hair. I'm pasua. You know what I mean? So it's like these things, even though we don't think that they affect us, they do affect us in our deepest subconscious, because I didn't think that I was existing in that. You know what I mean? I didn't think that I was functioning in that, but I was, through putting the weaves in my hair and straightening my hair and wanting to have. I didn't think that I wanted to be a white woman. I was like, no, I just want to have manageable hair. You know what I mean? So it was these things, but they come from, why is it wrong for me to go to work like this if I had a job? You know what I mean? And there's lots of people that can't go to work in an afro. So these are the things that are put on our society, that even though we know about it and we know better, it still seeps into our subconscious. And if we don't clear that energy, and if we don't heal ourselves from those things, they create triggers in us that create other problems and situations in our lives. So I think all that came from my hair, but I do love my hair, ache, and I do like wearing it in different styles, and so I will. Chrissy says, that's what Granny always said. Your hair is your power. It is. It truly is. It's important to, and notice how some people will be like, can I touch your hair? Do you know that when people touch your hair is alive. When it's in you have all of these little particles that go in. So when they touch it, their energy goes right into your root, into your brain. So when people are touching your hair, they're having an impact on you. They're giving you their energy. And it is so important to look at energy like that. You know what I mean? And I think people that have OCD have a really good perception of what this is, because everything that you touch, everything that you touch is affected by your touch and by your energy. So the same goes with our bodies. And when people touch us, when people connect to us, that's how come there's some people that are very sensitive to you touching them. They don't allow anybody to just touch them, because that's a serious thing. And for somebody to just get for me, it's like, you can't just come up and touch me, because it's like, wow, I'm not giving you permission to come into my space and put your hands on me. Now, if I extend myself, and I am a big hugger, so I like to do that, but when I do hug, I protect myself before I'm hugging anybody, because there's people that they don't mean any harm, but their energy can be very toxic because of how they believe, what they believe about themselves. They're in a low, depressing state, and those are toxins and parasites that exist. Those are energetic toxins, and they could be passed on to the next person. Like when your friends call you on the phone and all they got to do is tell you some bullshit about their heartbreak and all of their sorrows, and then afterwards they were like, "Oh, thank you for talking, bye," and then you're left with all of that heaviness and all of that weight, and if you don't know how to transform it, it'll affect you. You know what I mean? So these things are real, and we're now starting to get the truth of what this is and how this exists in us and how we're able to manipulate it. So it is very important for us to know this information. I love you too, Rita. I love you guys so much. And I want to say that it's like, I know that Facebook is easy. It's so easy for me to come here and you guys to be able to view. Pass this on and share it if you really are connecting to this information and you think that it'll help somebody else. But my reason for being here is to bring you to mastervibe13.com. All you have to do is put your name down and your email address in the subscription. I'll invite you over to my private site where we do all of our study, where we do all of our training. I did a session last night, and it was just like the beginning. The information that we have to bring is more than can be offered in a simple broadcast. This is just so that I can connect with those of you that I need to connect with and let you know where to go to come to this bridge. You don't have to pay for anything to go there. There will be a currency exchange always. And I talked about that last night. I'm not going to get into all of that there, but we are abundant beings. We are infinite beings. I am an iNFiNiONaire. So I always have it. And I want to show other people how to always have it as well, because it is as simple as connecting to your source. And then after you make that connection, everything else starts to come. Your perception of difficulty, you have to release that. You got to, everything that you ever believed, you got to release that. You have to start creating what you want your life to be by the way that you feel and by the way that you're treating yourself. So go to mastervibe13.com. You can click the link and you can go there. Lay Everyday says, I dealt with the same on both sides. My mom is Afro-American and my dad is Puerto Rican. Yes, and it's crazy. It's like, and what's so crazy is that the way that we see ourselves and then the way that other people see us is different, and then what is projected onto us and what we accept turns into a whole nother thing. And some people could rise from those limitations, and some people simply cannot. And some people cannot because they were meant to continue the path of going through those challenges so that they can feel it, so that they can feel every emotion that this experience allows us to feel. Abd Al Aziz Salih Hufal. Would you believe me if I told you colorism is in white families too? Of course. Of course I would believe it. Of course I believe it. It exists. It is a program that has been injected into society. See, the powers that be, the people that control, these things, they care not about your color and about your fight and about what you love and what you believe in. The only thing that they want is to inject the program so that we could carry it on, so that we could hate each other and find reasons to separate and find reasons to always, have some reason, something to fight about. You know what I mean? That is what those things have been created for. When you recognize who you are and that you are beyond this flesh, you recognize that you're not a color, you're not a male or a female, you are everything that is. You are both. You are a representation of the all, the moon, the sun, the earth, everything that is. You are a representation, a direct extension of that. So there is no limit to who we are. There is no, this is better than that one, and this is superior, and that is, there is a time and a place and a situation, and everybody, belongs to where they belong. Now, there have been a lot of people that have been displaced, their cultures, and it's happened for a reason, but the deepness of their culture still lives and exists in them. And all of that is going to be like the world is changing. Things that you have never seen before, you're going to see. There is a whole new world of beings, of people that are completely mixed cultures. Do you really think that is a time for separation of that? Is a time of celebration of our individuality? And I believe that these mixes are part of that, so that we could recognize that it is everything. And so the things that you connect with, then you use those to your advantage, and the things that you don't connect with, that you're not feeling, then you just disconnect from that, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, you don't have to hate on it or nothing. So yes, I believe that. Chrissy says, my mom went through that, medium brown. Yes, everyone has gone through racism and colorism because it affects everyone. It affects absolutely everyone. Hola, Elora. Um, okay, Lay says, yes, you heard Solange, don't touch my hair. They really asked when I cut it. Yes, yes. Okay, all right. I tell my daughter, do not allow anyone to touch her hair. Yes, your hair is important. Okay, I know that I'm way past where energy leeches, yes, they exist, energy vampires. Hi, thank you. You're welcome, Raquel Rodriguez. Tiene que ser prima mía. Tú eres mi prima. She got to be my cousin. She my cousin. Um, Charlotte, I'll go back and I'll look for the emails that are left on here, but if you could just drop it in the subscription at mastervibe13.com, that would be great. For those of you that are interested in watching last night's Let's Get High session, definitely you're welcome to take a look at it, but you got to come to the site to look at it. And as soon as I'm able to get all of these addresses on there, I will do that. Nikki Angel, hola, I'm here in and out of sleep time zone. Nikki Angel, thank you so much. I know you over there over the pond in the UK, so I appreciate you being here at all. If I fall asleep now, you come straight in my dreams. Ache, 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 ache. 13, ache, ache, ache. 13, ache, ache, ache. Ache, 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 ache. 13. Everybody's been asking me about the Ancestors Anthem, Ache 13. It will be recorded. I'm either going to put it on YouTube or on iTunes or SoundCloud or something. Everything that's donated for every download of the track is going to the Cell Center, Community Enhancement Learning Life Centers. Is being turned into gold. It is being turned into gold for the benefit of humanity. It is going back to the people that want to work with MasterVibe13.com and want to expand this way of life and freedom to the whole world. So it's already happening, and anybody that wants to get involved can get involved. The only thing that you need to get involved is to have your heart and your mind right. is to be able to balance and, align your chakras, because we're working with superheroes. We're not holding nobody's hands. We are expecting that people recognize who they are and can move in that power. And we are able to give them guidance and tools so that they could evolve and expand. But everybody is responsible for themselves. Everybody is a master of themselves. And there is not going to be anyone taking care of anyone in the capacity that you have to become dependent upon somebody. We have all kinds of solutions. We have schooling. We have care for the elderly. We have homeschooling for people that are ready to exit and do not want to have any vaccinations on their children. These are the kind of things that we're working on. And so in order for this to happen, people have to be prepared for it. And I'm not the only one in the world that's doing this type of work. You have to know and believe that God didn't put you here to be deficient. He did not. I say to the solution for that one. That is what solution says all the time. God did not put us here to be deficient. So that means that we have everything that we need all the time. Everything that we need so that we could evolve and move forward, whatever that situation is. Esto es lo que necesito, mi chakra align. Pues vente al website mío para que aprendas cómo hacerlo sola y para que le ayude a la otra gente y a la gente de tu familia que lo puedan hacer también. I was saying, Raquel is telling me that she needs to get her chakras aligned, and I told her to come over to my site and I will help her do that so that she can help other people. And that's what all of this is about. It really truly is about paying it forward, but it is not about it is about exchange, and it is important to always remember that nothing is free. Everything is an exchange. So we're going to show people how to unleash their iNFiNiONaire, how to connect to your knowing that you are an infinite source of currency. And so that's what it's all about at MasterVibe13.com. So I look forward to seeing you there. Lisa says, I listen to it on my way to work, at home, everywhere. My children hear it so much they sing it too. My baby niece, Ache to Aziri, when she first heard it, and she was 1.5, she just started picking it up on her own. She started singing it. I didn't teach it to her, and then I started doing it with her. And it's just amazing how, the young seeds pick up with it because they recognize it. They know what truth is, and they know what power is. And once again, I will say, Ache, it's important for you to be able to balance that energy, because it is a power. It is a source that could be used on a high level as well as on a low level. So you have to bring that energy up and balance it out. And when you are asking for the ancestors to work with you, you want them to work with you in what is most beneficial for the all. You don't want to be selfish about your works, because when you start doing that, you start causing yourself harm. So it's only for yourself. Whatever you put out there, you get back. There's a lot of people that are in love, and they think that if they put a spell on somebody, that person is going to love them and stay with them. And I will tell you this, that person will stay with you. That person will not be able to leave you, but that person will not be faithful to you. That person will not love you from their heart. That person will be like in a trance where they're just there because you're forcing them to be there. And yes, it's a very powerful thing, and anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. It can be done to you if you are not grounded, and if you are not prepared. You can get sucked in to somebody else's spell. So that's why it's important for you to be able to, do this healing on your own. Oh, my fro is shrinking, y'all. I got to pick it out again. I got to pick it out. Ache. But I'm leaving because I keep saying I can't be staying with y'all all day. It's like Facebook getting all my energy. I'm trying to get y'all to come over to my house, because in my house, I keep it sassy, don't I, y'all? Those that came to my house last night, don't I keep it sassy? Sassy and sexy, Nana. Sassy and sexy. Because sexy is important. But it's important to be conscious of how you're using your sexy. And you could use your sexy in such a powerful way. You can create things. You can make money. You can make moves. But it doesn't have to be a way where you're just like giving everything up, showing it all up. Use that power with your significant other. Because with your significant other, that's where the power is the most heightened. That's when you're doing it raw. You're getting it raw, that raw energy, that raw power. If you don't know what you're doing, go ahead and abstain. Allow your energy to like cleanse you and to heal you. Feel good about holding on to that sexual force that you have. Use it in other things in your daily life, because there's definitely things that you could do iNFiNiONaire. I love it. Yes, the ancestors gave us the word iNFiNiONaire a long time ago. When we started working with Orgon, everything started changing. Um, Oh, she says you're beautiful. No need to pick it out. Thank you, Diosa. Thank you. But I just got to make sure that these antennas, because it's like that kinky hair. As soon as you start sweating, it starts going, starts shrinking up. Hola, Lisa Renee. She says, yep, you keep it sassy. I'm going to be sharing a lot more on Master Vibe 13 about sexual energy because that is my calling. I didn't really want it to be my calling, y'all. I wasn't trying to be Sex Energy Goddess 13. I really swear I wasn't. It was something that I had to do and something, that's who I've been for many, many lifetimes. And so I had to come and share it with other goddesses, other sex goddesses that are here as well, that are doing this work and that are here to teach humanity how to raise up and how to use your divine feminine power. Because to be incarnated as a divine feminine energy in this lifetime is very powerful. But I am masculine as well. I have been a man as well. You know what I mean? I have that aggressive warrior energy in me as well. But I get to use my feminine power in this lifetime. So it's very, very exciting because this is a very, very big time for women. It's a very, very big time for the mothers of the earth, of the planet. Chrissy Gray, my sexual force has increased dramatically within the last month. So I go to the gym. That is a great way to move your sexual energy. My sexual energy is always present in the gym. I have to wear pads on my bra because when I work out, I'm using my sexual energy and it excites me. And then I start to get headlights and nobody really wants to see headlights at the gym. So, I have to cover it up. But it is and then when you're using your I had this pain. Ow. But so when you're using your lower chakras, when you're doing squats, you are using your sexual energy. And if you've ever been to the gym and you're seeing a woman with a very nice bodacious gluteus maximus doing squats, in that time, that lady is releasing powerful sexual energy. People don't know that, but that's what happens. And other people feel it. If a lady is doing that and she's on her menstrual cycle, she's going to release a lot more. There is so many intricacies to the woman and to what we represent and what our power and what we could do that is very important for us to learn those things. And there's a lot of goddesses that are out there, a lot of women that are out there doing this work, teaching other women how to heal and helping them heal. And I say to them, they're here for a reason and they're so important. And so the knowledge of being able to learn yourself in a whole way, all of those things are happening. There's going to be schools all over the world, teaching women the things that they've forgotten. So this is a very, very exciting time, and it's happening right now. Hola, Baba. Hola, Yvette. And Chrissy says, me too. Oh, I missed it. What were you me tooing about? That's weird because something came. It's like this energy is like pressing on me and I haven't been doing nothing. I've just been sitting here. It's really interesting. But that's the way, the energy comes in. Sometimes you just never know. You could just be sitting there and something could happen. Anything could happen. Hola, Andrea. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I see that a lot of you guys are inboxing me. One more time before I get out of here. Any questions that you guys have in terms of the solar eclipse? You got to keep your vibration high. You got to keep your knowledge up. You have to keep learning. Connect with people that have been doing their work for a long time. You have a lot of people that get caught up in the theme and the trend of consciousness and spirituality and stuff, so they tap into it for a second, and then they're like, oh, I can make some money. Oh, she said the pads in the bra. Yes. Hey, you got to keep them headlights in. That sexual energy make people crash and stuff. But Yvette says, I feel a positive shift. Dana says, upset that you're feeding us. I think that's what it is, Dana. I received that ache, and that's why I got my Melchizedek. They don't even know. They don't even know. It's like, shh, shh, shh. I'm ready, uppercut on the asses. Shoot. So, It is all good. Taji is watching. Taji is one of the warriors that's going to be helping us help people learn how to defend themselves and how to keep themselves right. So, ache. All right, so no questions. I'm out of here. I'm going to be live again Friday, September 1st is going to be the beginning of my Master Vibe 13 Live, my private sessions for all of the people that are members of my study group. I have a study group inside of my secret layer, and that study group is $13 a month. That donation goes back to the cell center, and that donation gives you access to all of my journals, my private documents, things that I've shared, information that I've gathered for the last 13 years. So all that information is there. You have access to it. If you do not have $13 a month, we will find a way to exchange your energy so that you're getting something. This is very important because we live in a society too, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to be gone. But we live in a society where people have this expectation of being given something, and we have damaged our people so much with that. Oh, hook me up. Oh, give me something free. Oh, I got it hard, so I deserve to get this. I deserve to get that. It's not like that. You have to do an exchange. If there's not an exchange, you're killing the system. You know what I mean? There has to be an exchange to what you're giving, and it's energy. Doesn't always have to be money. And so we have to learn that. So this $13 a month is a representation of what we can do as a community. You know, the information for the Oregon Center and all of these things, all of what we're doing is going to be open knowledge for the people that are part of it. It is a private project, and those people that are part of it are going to have access to the information of what is being done, where the money goes, how are you going to be able to access, money for projects, different things like that. So all of these things, grants, all of these different things are being done and are being worked on because we want people to be ready for what is coming. Like this solar eclipse, it's kind of like, it was cute. A lot of people, it's going to take y'all by surprise because people going to be like, didn't shit happen? Didn't nothing happen? I didn't see no no UFOs. I didn't see no aliens. You're seeing them all the time. Let me say this, you're looking at them all the time. You just can't see them. That's really what it is. Taji says, loving you forward, always, Goddess, Queen Madi, and truth and light. You are the light. Namaste. One love. Namaste. And ache to you. Anybody that is part of the Master Vibe 13 study group, you do get me one-on-one. If you have not gotten your 15-minute consultation with me, is definitely going to be coming because I went and got this today. I was moved to get this. It's my 2018 planner, and I usually stay away from these because sometimes I get them and I never write anything, or they have a lot of clumps of missing pages and I don't like wasting it. So this year I was like, I'm not going to get it. But then I went today and I was like, no, I have to get it because it started in August. So I was like, it started right now. Like this is in effect right now. And the solar eclipse just happened. All this new energy coming. I need to get organized. So I need this book. So I got it. And so I'm excited about it because I'm excited to fill it up. And that's one thing that I wanted to share with you guys too, that it's important that during this time that you do a lot of writing and expressing of what it is that you want to manifest, what it is that you want to create. You got to plan what your life is. What you want your life to be. You have to plan it. You have to write it down. You don't have to show it to nobody, but you have to write it down so that you could exercise it in your mind and start filling yourself with the intention of what it is that you want to manifest. So you have to ask yourself what it is that you want. And then when you ask yourself that question, what are you doing to get what you want? What action are you taking to get what you want? Prayer, meditation, all of those things are important. Your spiritual work is absolutely 100% important, but your action is very important as well, meaning your action in, if what I want to do is be a dancer, you can't wait for somebody to give you an opportunity to dance. You better be dancing in your room, in your closet, in your bathroom, on the floor, outside, somewhere. You need to be practicing what it is that you are gifted to do. And know that just because it's coming through dance, it doesn't mean that dancer is who you're going to be. Dance is your key. It is your tool. It is your ache so that you could get information on what to do next. You know what I mean? So like singing and using your voice for singing. Just because I'm singing, it doesn't mean, oh, I want to have this record deal and sing all over the world and blah. No, I sing for me to raise my vibration because I know the power of my voice and I want to continue to get energy and information. When I'm singing, I'm zoned out. I'm not even here. So in that space of where I'm existing, I am downloading all kinds of information for me, for my benefit on how I can move forward with my life. So all of these things are available for us to use at any given time. So definitely, absolutely use them. These are the things that I share at mastervibe13.com. So if you are in support of this movement, of what is happening, know that this is a movement of independent collaborators and a codependent community with independent iNFiNiONaires, beings that know that you came here for way more than what has been shown in the past. We ain't even gonna worry about that. We're gonna start creating what we want. And what I was saying was about writing things down so that you could create a contract with yourself. Those things are powerful. We're gonna go through contracts and all of these different things in manifestation at mastervibe13.com. So there's lots and lots and lots to share. Candace says, yes, Lisa, as soon as I wrote it, begin to manifest. It happens all the time. Ask and it is given. It is true. God is cheating on my Facebook fasting, winning on food fasting. You know, sometimes that Facebook is so tough because there's such a strong force. Those of us that are going through this time of awareness and self-realization, you do feel by yourself. You do feel alone. And when you connect to the Facebook consciousness, you're connecting to the consciousness of all the world. So you have your bad, you have your good, you have your indifferent, you have all this energy out here, and it is drawing, especially when people give us attention, because all of us want attention. Why do you think Facebook is so popular? All the attention that we never got in our whole lives. Now we could turn on the camera and be like, I'm just so totally depressed today and I'm sad because my man left me and I don't have nobody. And there's somebody that's going to give you hearts and they're going to give you smiles and cheer up and they're going to give you all that energy. It is addicting. It is addicting, especially when you're feeling the energy of depression and you need a pick-me-up. And I mean, anybody, and then you look at views. People just like to be entertained. I seen a lady one time, this was a long time ago, but she was a dark-skinned woman, and she was painting herself black and white, and she was dancing, and, titties and ass everywhere, and it's like, how could you not watch? Like, you're stuck, like, and so you have to have the discipline to say, and ask yourself the question when you're in front, right? How is this benefiting me? How is this benefiting what it is how I want to exist? And if it's not, then you got to unplug. You got to disconnect. But you don't want to feel bad about yourself for saying, oh, I said I wasn't going to go on Facebook and now I'm on Facebook. You don't want to feel bad about that. You were an adult. You have the right to change your mind, and you have the right to choose something different for yourself at any moment and be accountable for those choices. Now, if what you're doing is coming and you're wasting time and, it's killing your vibe and killing your energy, then yeah, you might feel guilty about that. But if you're getting food or if you're getting Dana Tate said, I saw that mess. Shit, it had like a gazillion, million, quadrillion views. I'm pretty sure you did. Yvette says, yeah, I have to be very selective of what I interact with on Facebook. Yes, I've told people and I've asked people to, not send me certain things because, people get caught up on these chain letters and wanting love. And if you think I'm beautiful or I think you're beautiful, and if you think, they guilt you into these chain letters. And like, I don't fall for none of that. Like, anybody that loves me, and I know when I'm getting that with love, so I always respond, especially to my friends. Like, I don't think just because I'm in this space in my mind, I don't think that everybody else is where I'm at. So I respect you where you're at. And so when we cross paths and something happens that might not be to my liking or I'm not feeling it, I'm always going to let you know with love, just so that we can, having an open line of communication with your friends is important. And some people, it is just their good intention and is their way of spreading love or spreading kindness. But for me, it's like I got tunnel vision with what I'm doing. So if it's something, as soon as I see something entitled racism or entitled the black people, or are we going to let them do this? Or, all of those those things, I'm just like, bye. No, no, no. It's not even coming in, not doing it. Because those are little ways that get our energy. And so, if you're on here, if you're on this platform, it is a great exercise for you to be able to, separate the energy and detach from certain things. And then pat yourself on the back for doing that. So be selective with the time that you spend. It's like if your time here was 20 minutes, and look at me talking, because I say I'm going to get out of here quick, and then I'm still here talking. I don't even know how long it's been. But, it's important for you to be able to cut the cord and detach from that. And that's something that we all have to do, not just with Facebook, but with anything that's in our lives that's not of benefit. We have to learn how to cut it off. You can't get stuck in the emotion, and you can't get stuck in the whole thing of, family. And got to tell you this about family. Your family, you have a soul family, is not necessarily your blood family. We are all family. You know what I mean? And it's like, and sometimes it is important for you to get away from your blood family. When your blood family has not been able to accept where it is that you choose to exist, then it is important to detach from that, because you're not going to be able to live in harmony with that unless you succumb to the vibration that they're emitting. And sometimes you have to just say, I love you and I detach from you with love, but I'm out. You know what I mean? So it's like these things are very important to do, and you have to do them yourself. And you can't feel the guilt and can't feel bad. You got to detach from the emotions. You have to use that guidance system to help you excel, not to keep you pinned down in a situation that's going to make you sick. And that is it. I ain't going to say nothing else. Ache, ache, ache. 13, ache, ache, ache. I'll sing my favorite part. I am creation, I am animation, I am the brightest vibrant star in all of the constellations. I am zip, pep, pizzazz, punch, bounce, moxie, mojo, whatever you call it. Ache, I am. Ache, 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 ache. Melvina says, yes, true. You have to pull away from family at times. Absolutely. You can't be afraid of that. Donna says, it's important. I cut cords and attachments daily. Yes, sing. When I hear the sound of music vibrating in me, I take hold of the energy and ride the frequency. My soul makes the melody of my life, so I must sing. Every tune that comes through me brings balance to my being. I have the power to change the direction in me through sound. I have the power to change the vibration in me through my mind. You see, I am creation, I am animation, I am the brightest vibrant star in all of the constellations. I am zip, pep, pizzazz, punch, bounce, moxie, mojo, whatever you call it. Ache, I am. Ache, ache, ache. 13, ache, ache, ache. 13, ache. Ache, ache. Ache, 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 ache. 13. You can learn it. I got the words at mastervibe13.com. I got the words because that is the ancestors' anthem for you to remember that you are energy, you are creation, you are life force, you are Ache all the time. Never forget it. And whenever you feel weak, you call on it and it's going to give you energy. And when you call on it in front of the sun, it's going to amplify you that much more. So trust that. Trust that. I love you all so much. I will see you guys at mastervibe13.com. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Ache, Ache 13, my love solution. I feel you always. I love you. Ache, Ache. Adios, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming. I will respond to any questions that you guys had on there. Y'all know I'm going to look and I'm going to respond because I got y'all. Adios.